Just back to show you a bit of general maintenance on your embroidery or sewing machines. Now, you're supposed to turn your machine off at this stage. I'm not turning mine off because you can see, I get a better visual for you to see. So make sure your machine is switched off. So don't try and do this with it switched on. Right, on normal embroidery machines and sewing machines, you've got a screw here, a screw here, a screw here and a screw here that you have to undo. It comes in two pieces, so you can take the whole plate off. What I'm going to do now is going to take the whole plate off. So you can do the bobbin area by unscrewing these first two bits and sliding that off, that top bit, and then you've got two more screws here on a normal embroidery machine, and then that takes the whole plate off. So on this occasion, with this being a luminaire, you've got a little thing here that uplifts the whole lot. So make sure you clean your machine bobbin area quite regularly. This hasn't been done for a while, so you'll see. So now you see that's telling me turn machine off before attaching or remove the needle plate. So I haven't, but that, like I say, that's me just for the camera. Right, on here, this bit, all this here, you can go around with your little brush. All machines come with one of these little brushes, so just give it a little clean with your brush. Right, do not use that compressed air. Just do not use it. Don't. No. Yet. Zero. Right, your bobbin will come out normally. I've left it in for this purpose of the video. So your bobbin comes out obviously with clipping that up. So take your bobbin out, whichever. So your bobbin's out. Then you've got your bobbin case. Now can you see dust on that? So again, use your little brush, or for now I've got a kid's paintbrush that I use, a bristle paintbrush. It's bigger. Be careful not to dislodge any of your sponges. See these sponges here? So again, give it a good clean here, here, just to get rid of any dust and thread debris. So that's your bobbin casing. Right, now you can see on my machine here, it's not been done for a while. Practice what you preach, Cheryl. Can you see? It's like candy floss. This. Look at that. Oh, that will affect the running of the machine eventually. So when people's got loose tension at top and everything, it's not your tension. Loose stitches at the top, it's not your tension. It could be this. You see all this dust. So make sure you get in. I can't get it all out because I've got my camera in front of it at the minute, but all that should not be there. You tend to find as well with the newer machines that's got that's got your thread cutter. This is your cutting. See that thing there? That comes out to cut your thread. Sometimes that wedges outwards. So if that's out, wedge there. Just gently clean around it, and then it should go back in. Because obviously they get that clogged up. So I won't do all mine on camera because, like I say, I cannot get to it all because my camera's in front. So you need to make sure every bit of this thread, and oh look at that, my days, every bit of all this fluff and threads that's lurking about is done, is clear. Do not use compressed air again. Can't stress that enough, because your compressed cans of air, all what that will do is blow all this in and then under into your machine take-ins. So when it goes in when it stops working, and it will stop working, when it stops working and goes into to be serviced, it'll all be seized up underneath. Right, so we'll pretend that's all done. You make sure all this is done. All this screw's done. Right, your bobbin case now, you've got a white dot here. Can you see that white dot there? you need to make sure that white dot corresponds with that white dot there. So can you see? There's a white dot there, and that white dot, that's a white triangle, sorry, there, needs to correspond with that white dot. If not, you'll have problems. So, right. See? That is with that. On the luminaire, you've got to put that back on. You've no choice. You've got to put that back on before you put your plate on. On all of the machines, so this bit of plate on all of the machines comes off in two parts, like I said. See if I can get it in. Right. On other machines, this comes off in two parts. You need to put this part on first. So put that part on first on your normal machines, not the luminaire that's like this. And then screw that part down. And then you need to then put your bobbin case back in. But obviously on luminaire it's different. I am going to take this off and do it properly when the camera's not rolling, so don't judge me. So again, the white triangle to the white square. This is on the Brother machines. I don't know how other machines have got this on, but the Brothers have. Do not oil any machine that says don't oil. As in, I know your PRs you oil, your multi-needles you oil. Now, most Brother machines that I've come across, you do not oil. Do not oil. So again, that to that, and make sure, what I do then, just give it a bit of a wiggle. Because I mean, it will go in. That will go in other ways. You can force that in and get it in, or think it's in. No. You make sure, again, like I said, see, look, that you think, oh, that's in, cracked it. Look, it's wiggling. No, it's not, because it's not there to that. So, pop it in. There, look there, now, give it a little wiggle. Now, at luminaire, all you do is you put your two little thingies under. This is what I like about luminaire. And then click, and that's the plate back on. And then, like any other machine, Brother machine, that in. Sorted. But again, all this needs cleaning. What I haven't said is, before I started doing machine embroidery, I changed my needle when it broke. No. You will hear, when you've had your embroidery machines a while, you will hear a difference when you're stitching. So when you stitch, it goes through, it makes a thudding sound. You will hear it. But they normally say after so many hours to change your needle. Don't wait for it to break. I don't know how many hours, probably 3 hours, I can't remember, but you will hear, when you've had your embroidery machine a while, you will hear it thudding rather than stitching nicely. If you do experience problems, like I said, underneath, it is your thread path. It's this, your thread path, this bit. So if you've got problems underneath with looping, it's not threaded properly, there could be some thread caught in the tension discs, you know, in these bit things here, or your little bit thing here. So they say use unwaxed dental floss. I mean, I have had casing of this off and took it to pieces. It's whether or not you're confident enough to do that or take it back to your dealer. And now, like I said before, if you've got problems with your on top, if your stitches are loopy on top, it's generally a bobbin problem, which again, don't mess with your tension. The tension should be the very, very, very last thing you mess with. New needle, make sure your bobbin's in right, make sure your bobbin's wound correctly, make sure your bobbin casing's in right. Literally go down the whole lot before you mess with your machine tension. Some machines do need tensions changing, but in all years that I've been sewing and embroidering, I haven't changed my tensions yet. So I hope that's just a little general, you know, maintenance there, and how to clean your embroidery and sewing machines.